Yep, we're good.
Hello. Welcome to the Sunday Struggle.
18.
Woo woo. Another Formula One episode. You can just expect it.
Yeah. We're like half F1, half just our lives.
Yeah. F1 rules a big part of our lives.
Yeah.
25%.
I was debating making this just an F1 podcast, honestly.
I remember we talked about it.
Because it's been doing so well.
I told you we talked about it and that we should, because remember you said you should do an F1 podcast. You know a lot about it. And I was like, you're right. Nick and I should do an F1 podcast. But now I don't have to do one with him because we just talk about it.
I mean, if you want to do one with Nick and we'll get you some equipment, you do it at home and you just send me the shit, like I'm gonna say put it through.
Because we do so. I'm like him and I when it's the race,
and I take a cut. You know what I'm saying?
Duh, of course. But when we're at home, it's so fun because we are the commentators. Like we are sitting there, like what I'm telling you, we're like pausing.
He's taking that chicane a little too quickly. Is he gonna get past Max Verstappen here? They're always so like.
We are like. We're so into it. We are. It's like if anybody watching any other sport, like how my dad is with football, yelling at the TV.
Get down and goddamn it, get down.
It's like we're so in depth about it, and then we'll pause. We're like, hold on, we need to talk about it.
You pause it?
Yes, because we record it because it's recorded on my screen. We don't watch it in real time.
Okay, let's look at that lap again, guys.
Right,
let's analyze that. He took that corner a little too rough there. Yeah.
He's got a black and white flag. He needs to get it together. So, we F1's a lot. Like it's like I'm sure today I'm gonna go home and be like, not today because we've been on.
Because the race. Hold on, I actually want to look this up real quick.
I could tell you.
Next
I have it on Hulu. It's on It's tomorrow.
I thought it was today. For some reason, I thought it was today.
No, but it's qualifying is today. Remember, the schedule is media days on Thursday. Friday is practice.
No, I know, but they've been doing.
No, last week they did it differently. Last week.
That's why, because it's at 1 a.m. for us. So that's why I thought it was like, oh, am I gonna stay up for this shit? I ain't staying up for this shit.
Record it.
Can I on? Oh yeah.
Do you have Hulu Live?
Hulu. I don't know if I have Hulu Live. I have ESPN.
Then you should have Hulu.
I don't know.
Then you should be able to do it. You should be able to record it.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh wait, what? Sorry, I just saw I have a free Amazon gift card.
Ooh, that might come in handy.
Because I got. Oh shit.
So let me see. I'm trying to look. Shit. Yeah, my recordings. Formula One is in here. So we have the Japanese Grand Prix, which I think is qualifying. So last year we were in Australia. What?
Sorry, I just thought I could get a Taco Bell gift card. Sorry. It's because, okay, sorry.
We're hungry.
No, okay, because, so Microsoft, right, like when you use a Microsoft, they'll give you like points sometimes if you have an account. So for some reason I have just a fuck ton of points. So it's like saying that I just like, I can get like a Taco Bell gift card.
Yeah, I would cash that in 100%.
Yeah. Okay. No, sorry. Back to F1. Sorry, guys. I got distracted.
I think the last one we just passed this. Okay. This weekend is the Japanese Grand Prix. We don't know anything about it right now because we hadn't watched qualifying or practice. True. So last week was the Australian Grand Prix. And we love our two Aussies, Oscar Piastri and the Honey Badger. Although the Honey Badger did not do well.
He's been doing pretty bad.
He did not. And what did I tell you? Logan Sargent should deserve that seat rather than Daniel Ricciardo. But that's my opinion.
Yeah. I agree. I think
yes.
As much as I would hate to see
Daniel
off of the grid, I do think he's not really keeping his keeping it pushing as much as he should be. Because like Yuki is just outperforming him by like a lot.
Yeah.
Like he's not even like Yuki is not even he's like a mid-level driver, but like just comparing to Danny is like, damn, bro. Like come on.
What are you doing?
Like you were at the top.
Yeah, you were doing really well.
But it's okay. I don't want to shit on Danny cuz like
I love Danny.
He's getting older, he's like, hey,
Seb retired at 37, I think.
Yeah, cuz he had kids and everything.
Yeah. I mean, K-Mac has kids and he's still in the game.
Yeah, cuz he wants that fucking money. He's like, damn, kids are expensive as shit. I got to make those millies again.
So our Aussies, I think Daniel was in the bottom of the grid. I think Piastri came in mid-level. I think Piastri was 5 or 4th.
Do you want to just look up the positions?
Yeah, I think it was.
I was going to do it on my computer, but it's tremendously slower if I do it on my computer.
I think Piastri was 4th.
Where was Lando?
3rd.
Let's go.
No.
Oh.
2nd. No.
Was he? No, I think he was 3rd, right? Because it was 1-2 Ferrari, right? Wasn't it?
It was a 1-2 Ferrari.
That's so. I'm very happy about that.
See, I don't know. And Carlos was so cute because at the end he was like tell Charles to come up and we can celebrate this together.
Yeah.
So he was gonna ride by. They were gonna ride by the finish line together. It was so cute.
They did
that clip. No, the clip was really cute of Carlos. For him not to
have a seat.
Yeah.
If he goes to Red Bull,
did you hear that?
Crazy.
Did you hear that rumor?
No.
That Red Bull. The rumor is that Red Bull signed Carlos for 2025.
I would be so excited. Like, you don't even understand. Yeah, I'm excited.
But I was like, I don't think that's true because they hadn't said if they're gonna keep Checo. So it was.
And the thing is, Checo is not bad. Like, he's been keeping up with Max. Like, it's been 1-2, 1-2 a lot.
Yeah.
Especially like coming back. Like,
well,
they were
I don't
1-2,
think in this,
1-2.
not in this race, it was.
No. But for the past two races, I think it was 1-2, 1-2. Mm-hmm. So I mean,
not bad.
He's keeping up.
He is.
I mean, I don't think it's enough to like replace him yet.
Yeah.
Because he's not like slipping.
Right. He's doing pretty good. Well, I think the difference is when the problem is when Max, when I feel like they want it to be when Max isn't on the grid for Checo to take his spot. And that never happens. I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
Is that I feel like the momentum is Checo can only get 1-2 if Max is in the front. Because, for instance, this race, praise the Lord, I think this was one of the best races we've ever had because we didn't care about Max, right? And he was in first. So what happened was Max was in first, right? Then had to start. He was already complaining about his car.
Was it an engine failure?
No, so it was his brakes. One brake was left on. So it was like basically he was driving with his handbrake on the whole time.
Ooh.
For a couple laps. But he was already complaining about his car prior to even the Grand Prix. He was complaining in practice. He complained in quali that it was unstable, that he was oversteering, or a lot of understeering. And then it ended up being in the race. He was oversteering. And so the car he brought it to the pit on fire. So it completely melted his tire. So that was that. We also had Lewis Hamilton had an engine failure. And we're like, what the heck? I actually saw that. So like both world champions out of the race. We're like, okay. George Russell flips his car in the last.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, he was so
And you
upset.
know how close Fernando was to hitting him? Close.
I don't remember that, but I know yes, he was upset.
George Russell, last corner.
Fuck.
I think it was like the last lap. Last corner and a half, maybe. He was on the end stretch, and he was really close to catching up with Fernando. Flips the car.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
It's like George is like, man, wipes his tears with the
Lando did great. Charles did great.
I mean, they're great drivers.
They are.
It's I don't want to say the sad thing is, but it's like we literally have to take Max out for them to like really shine.
Yeah.
And like that's what's unfortunate because it's like I hate to say it. It made me want to watch the race. Like it made me want to like watch the highlights and like just knowing Sainz won.
Yes. After his appendectomy, because he wasn't supposed to. I don't think he was supposed. He had no training. Like he did not practice for this race. Yeah. He did not have any workouts. He didn't have so he came in completely out of from bed rest. That shit. Right, from bed rest to race. He didn't have anything in between. And he was like, yeah, maybe that means more people need to get their appendix out.
Yeah, he's funny.
And I was like, okay.
It's just his eyes that get me.
I love
He's got those like serial killer eyes.
I don't think so.
He just dead stares through you. So he's like, yeah, so we like, it's like.
I think, but he's got emotion, so it's okay.
He's got the like. He's like it's like it's a wolf look. Yeah, like he's just got like I could fuck you up right now.
Yeah,
if I really wanted to.
Yeah, Charles has like that really.
He just looks sad. Yes. Nowadays he kind of just looks sad because he's like.
No, because every time I look at Charles, I get Lightning McQueen.
Yeah. That's funny.
So yeah, Lando again. He's got the most podiums without being actually number one.
That makes me upset.
Yes, I'm like, Lando, you can.
He needs his P1.
Did you see him? And you know what? Everyone's saying that he did really well because he went on that podcast with the girl. Do you remember that? I don't know her name, but she does interviews like an interview.
Oh, Bobby Altoff.
Is that the girl?
Is it that one chick who's like really awkward? That she plays like the character that's like super awkward. Hold on,
I don't know.
Bobby Altoff. Hold on.
I just saw
Nando Lord. Lando Norris. I'm looking it up. I don't think so.
I don't remember. I literally saw.
Because Bobby
with
Altoff.
Amelia. Her name is Amelia de Moldenberg.
Who the flip? Amelia. Okay, hold on. Amelia.
Where she like interviews people.
She's
obviously English.
De Moldenberg. Oh, I love that chick. She does like the chicken shop date and all that stuff.
So she did one with Lando and
that's cute.
And, okay, first of all, you need to watch it. I'm gonna go home actually and watch it because I haven't watched it. It's so like the clips I've seen are so cute, and you can see like Lando's so nervous, and they're so awkward. And he was like, one of the questions is like, what do you think about when you're in the car? And he goes, this. She's like, oh, me. He's like, no, chicken. And she goes, okay. There's like another question where she's like, something about like, you know, are you cuddler, are you little spoon, big spoon? He's like, I'm more of a big spoon, but I like the little spoon. She's like, oh, okay, cool. He's like, actually, never mind. That's a lot. He's like, I've never been little spoon. And she goes, never? She's like, no. He was like, maybe we can try it. And I'm like, it's so.
You said that?
Yes.
It's funny.
It's so cute. The vibe. And it was like, a lot of people were like, nah, Lando's doing it for her. And I mean, like, why not? You guys, like.
No, I think, yeah.
It was so good. Like, I think that was it gave him the confidence. Let her put on the helmet and everything. Like, it was good PR for the both of them.
No, I think, yeah. I think she just gets along well with people.
She does.
I think Lando is just very, like, laid back.
He's very awkward. I feel like how he was is probably how he is with women. So, I think he did really well. I
don't doubt that. Yeah. Hold on. I'm trying to see how old he is. I forgot.
24?
Hold on.
24?
Why is it just not on it? That shit is so annoying. You look him up and then it's like, it does not say his age.
I want to say he's 20.
1999. So, yeah. So, what, 25?
No, he's 24.
24. Damn. Yeah. He's not that much older than me.
Yeah.
It's still crazy. He's still like a kid.
So, that was good. I think we had an excitement about the Haas team. They did really well. I think they were in the points, I think, remember last weekend or the weekend prior because Kevin Magnussen gave that really good block. Remember he had that 20-second penalty?
Yeah.
And so Nico was able to get into the points.
Yeah.
Without any extra stuff. It was, I think, 10th and 11th. They were able to score another point.
Something.
Yeah.
Shit, which, I mean,
they were very excited about that. That was talked about a lot, how like they didn't need the extra help. You want to know something on a different topic? Or same topic, different driver? The dirty they did my boy, Logan Sargent. Because Alex Albon crashed his car, right? His livery, right? In practice. They decided for Alex, like it was also Alex's birthday. Keep in mind. They decided instead of having Alex like
drive his car,
right? Because he can't, because he crashed it. They have to make a new one. They have to updo it. They were like, we'll just give you Logan's car, and you will do Logan's car because they thought he would have like Alex would do better than Logan. Alex was doing better than Logan, that he would have a better performance. Want to know? Didn't have a better performance. Alex, I think, was what, 14th?
I can't remember.
I can't either.
I really don't remember besides like Sainz winning.
Yeah.
I was like, that was the most cool shit I saw. Smooth.
Yeah, Alex Albon came in 11th place. So Nico was in 9th place. K-Mag was in 10th. So
they both got points.
Yeah, Haas got
double points.
2 points. 3 points.
How long has it been since they got 2 people in fucking points?
3 points.
5 years.
A long time.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow. I was like, you, and he had that nasty, Alex posted and was like, I can't believe to understand how hard it is for Logan. Thank you for him, for the support, whatever. Because obviously, like, I would be so pissed if they're like, yeah, no, Alex
take his car.
Yeah, I'm like, and I think someone when they did the announcers were like, and happy birthday to Alex Albon, you get Logan Sargent's car.
Yeah.
And I was like, y'all are grimy, but yeah, I would feel some type of way. Because Logan, I was like, I was seeing a lot of stuff. I was like, why are we upset?
But is Alex kind of the better driver?
He was doing really well. I don't know what happened, but he was doing really well last year. He was very competitive. Remember, we ended up saying like Albon maybe in a Red Bull, maybe not actually. There's like
maybe
that.
AlphaTauri, but they already have other like or whatever they call it now. What is it still AlphaTauri?
Alpine?
No. Red Bull's other team.
Yeah, it's still AlphaTauri.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, okay.
But I don't think, honestly, I would say this might be a little hot take.
Okay.
I feel like Alex and Yuki are kind of.
I think Alex is better than Yuki.
I think Alex might edge him out a little bit, but it's like, I still think Yuki is kind of the better driver. You know what?
I can't talk crap because Yuki came in 7th.
So I'm saying he's getting better. Like, I'm not going to say he's also, like doing crazy strides, but he's getting better.
Yeah. Also, Lance Stroll is like secretly doing good. Like,
everybody shits on him. And I'm like, he's not that bad.
I shit on him.
I don't think he's that bad.
For him to be a fellow Canadian, I shit on him. Okay.
I don't think he's that bad. Everybody hates him.
Right. And now you're thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? He's actually doing, like, I think it's also because no one talks about him. So he just flies under the radar. But he's actually doing pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and everybody shits on him.
Like, he was above Alonso.
I'll back up my fellow Canadians.
I think he did, like, when he had that surgery, his hand and foot surgery, his double wrist surgery and his foot surgery. He came in a really good place for that race.
Yeah, he did. He surprised fucking everybody.
I'm like, wow. And he was like, he'd already even come to me. He's like, I'm in so much pain.
It's kind of funny how people get injuries, do better.
We're seeing a common theme.
Like, I don't know.
So I'm like, wow. And then there's the story of, right, the guy who does, like, and when you watch Formula One, when you watch, like, the Netflix, the guy who does most of the commentary, like, in the sit down.
Yeah.
Like, the interview him. Yeah. I don't remember his name. But he was on a podcast, and he said that he thinks the closest Carlos will get for 2025 is Sauber. He doesn't think Red Bull, he'll get the Red Bull seat. He doesn't think he'll get the Mercedes seat because Mercedes hasn't 100% picked who they're going to have next to George. But there is a driver who was supposed to, I think, be at Alpine. No, who's supposed to be at Williams, right? And I think that driver was a little upset that he passed up that opportunity. And Mercedes was upset when they passed up that opportunity with Max, right? Because they had the opportunity to have Max, and they didn't take it, right? So I think
initially.
Yeah. So then I think Toto was like, nope, I think their mindset right now is they're gonna take that underdog in F2. They obviously saw with Oscar Piastri that you can make an F2 driver an F1 driver, or no, sorry, that guy who drove Oliver. My bad.
God.
Yeah, Oliver, who drove for Ferrari that one race when Carlos was out. They saw that you can take an F2 driver.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can make him an F.
Pretty fucking good.
Whatever.
Yeah, you see, you're a hater.
I'm not a
Stop
hater.
Hating.
I'm not a hater. I just feel like he didn't do.
He did one race well, and everybody's hyping him up.
No, I just don't think he was as good as like anybody coming into their rookie season.
But you got to think about it though. Like, it's like
he did well, but I don't think
good.
But I don't.
He fought
a lot.
People who
he didn't
have been
fight
in
anybody.
F1.
He had like clear skies, fresh air
behind him.
Yeah, he didn't have many people.
He was fighting. No. I know he fought. I can't remember who it was, but I know he fought one person.
Okay, he did have an overtake, I believe.
I mean, I'm just saying, for your first F1 race, I'm not saying
bad.
He deserves all the press, but like.
Oliver did
I do think he was pretty good.
Okay.
Will I say that I would be more excited to see the other Aussie in what's his name, the sim racer kid who drove for AlphaTauri when Danny couldn't drive? What's his name?
Oh, yeah.
What's his name? I love that kid. I want him on
yeah,
there.
we were just talking about him, weren't we?
Yeah. What's his name?
Logan Sargent.
That's not Logan Sargent.
Liam Lawson.
Liam Lawson, LL Cool J.
I love him.
Yeah, I think he seems cool. I love him. Yeah, he's funny. He's Aussie.
So like, oh, I love him.
Yeah.
So they think, or that guy thinks that the best they can do, because I think Mercedes has, I think their rules are changing or something's changing in 2026, and so you can get him familiar with the car already in 2025, have it change, and he's already got that in his mind in 2026. So that's where people are thinking of, or Mercedes, where they think Mercedes' head is at. There's also like the speculation that Seb might come back. He's done an interview. He says, I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but
yeah, he's like, I need my racks if I'm. But it could,
back. If the opportunity
presents. What if Seb is back
in Mercedes?
No, Ferrari.
Oh no, he drove for Ferrari, didn't he?
I think he did. He actually, I think that was that his peak?
No idea.
When he was for, I think it was like.
Oh, I thought you meant. I know. I was like, he drove for Red Bull. I was asking if if he drove for Red Bull, not Ferrari.
Yeah, he did. Right? Didn't for like a few years.
Yeah, back when. I don't know. Back when.
I forgot to talk to you about something.
Back when.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
He drove for fucking everything.
Yeah, there we go.
Whatever.
Back when
he's had a long career.
He has. I think he was in Ferrari, or he was in Red Bull when Lewis was in Mercedes and Fernando was at McLaren. I think that's where that was. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That was a minute ago.
A long time ago.
Yeah, but did we talk about the Christian Horner shit? Like the alleged stuff that's happening with him? You don't know about that?
I haven't. You
kind of like heard about it.
I've heard about it, but I don't know. I
didn't deep dive into it.
Me either. So I think it's like it's alleged that
I never liked Christian Horner. By the way,
I like his relationship with Max.
I don't know. He's kind of sneaky. He's kind of like a sneaky snake.
Yeah, well, because I also do believe, like, back in 2020, whatever that race was where Lewis didn't win, right? Yeah. I think that year they had gone to the stewards and complained a lot, right? They'd gone to FIA and complained a lot.
Bro,
and we've
he was
already
so annoying that fucking year.
And we've already, like, even now, we've already established that Red Bull does not like when they don't win, right? Because they'll always put something like, this driver did this driver did that, right?
Yeah.
Rather than it being like, when Max gets a penalty or Max gets a, charge, it's
and
not
when someone else calls him out,
right? It's
they're like, what the fuck?
Or not even that. The FIA doesn't fine him. Like it's not, I think in Las Vegas or a certain race, he had 2 where like he had to go to the stewards and talk about it. And they just were kind of like, no further thing, warning was given. And I'm like, well, you can't. We already know the FIA's got favoritism, right? And we've already known, like, everybody knows Lewis Hamilton deserved that 8th world champion. Everybody knows he is an 8th world champion. Even like there's videos of Charles saying it. There's videos of Lando saying it. There's videos of like there's videos of Christian Horner saying it.
Yeah.
Okay. He was robbed. Okay. And that was fucked up, and the FIA did it because of you. Kind of thing. So
yeah.
I don't know. I don't like Red Bull in the aspect like when you can't play fair. Like when you pick on a person just because you're not doing well.
Yeah, it's more, they just like get butt hurt when they don't win.
Yes.
That's the only thing I don't like about them. I think in terms of just competitiveness, like they're
top tier.
Yeah.
Top tier.
I mean, like in attitude, with stuff like that. Like I think Max's attitude is great now. Like I think he's been better. Pretty chill about everything. Even when
he gets a penalty,
he's just like, okay.
Yeah, but he's just like, tell him, like, I think there's a video where he was like, tell him, they're like, Max, you have, this penalty. He's like, all right, tell him hi, or tell him something. Because he's like, he knows, like, it's not going to matter because the distance between me and the next guy is a pretty big distance. That penalty's not going to matter.
I mean, he still has his moments like, fuck, like everybody. But
well,
I think,
obviously, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You can tell he's gotten older. He's won a lot.
I think there's also the difference. Like, he's more personable, but I also think he lacks the camaraderie that everybody else, like, you can see, like, he when he's won, everyone goes up to him, but like, say there's a crash, do you ever hear that, Max will be the one who doesn't give a shit? He's still going, right? He's not asking, are they okay? But you'll hear everybody else on the radio be like, yeah, is that person okay? We good? And then there's Max, who just is like dead silent, doesn't ask, kind of thing. And you see, like everyone else has a partnership, as even though Carlos is leaving the end of the season, he still wanted to celebrate with Charles, you know, and that's good sportsmanship. Or the fact of, like, he went up to Lando's dad, and Lando's dad went up to Carlos's dad, or Lando went up to Carlos's dad, and they just have such a bromance, and that's really good. Or like the fact that Charles and, you know, anybody else, Lily, it could be Gasly, it could be anybody else. They just are very, you know, they are friends on track. Which is like Max. Max is friends with everybody off the track. I just feel like he's not personable. It doesn't show camaraderie when you're on the track. Like he'll talk shit to Charles. We've got a lot of videos, a lot of pictures of that.
I don't know. I still think he's kind of like that lone wolf character.
Yes.
It's like he kind of just like he likes to be himself and be by himself and just kind of like, especially in a race, he's like, okay, I'm in my race. I'm focused on me. I don't give a fuck about anybody else because I'm focused on me. Yeah. And that's I mean, you know, everybody's different.
They do what you do.
Yeah. I mean, like, and shit, is it a mentality that's gotten him a dominant win streak? Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, I get it. Like, I get being more, you know, whatever, courteous or whatever with everybody on the grid, like, when you're driving, but I don't know.
When you're driving. Like, you can be, I don't know. I think when you're off the grid, I think, even when you get the minute you get out the car, that's when you switch. Because there's a video you can see when obviously he had to retire, right? You see his girlfriend, you see his daughter, right? Walk straight by him. Doesn't say anything. You don't see until the end of the race where he's got Penelope in his arms, right? I'm like, your family's in the paddock with you. At least, like, I understand you're upset, but at the same time too, I'm like, you lost one race, dude. You've won 10. You were on a streak last year, winning almost every race. You can lose one race and be all right.
Well,
you know?
It's more like I think he was upset because it wasn't his fault.
But I mean, I feel like any type of car dysfunction is not your fault. I mean, you see the difference between him and Lewis. Lewis. Guess what was happening? You know, Lewis was in there saying, okay,
Lewis
cool.
was just like, all right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, cool.
Literally his car shut off and he was just like, all right, fuck it. Like, whatever,
you know,
dude.
Like, and also
he was
Lewis,
so done.
Lewis is like, okay, cool. Let's go talk about it. Like,
but also, Lewis has been driving for, more than double the amount of time Max has been driving.
But I also feel like at that time, Lewis also was still there for George. You know, he still has his headpiece on. He's still listening. He's still watching George. Max was different where Max took a break. Then went to go talk to everybody, say, what the fuck happened to my car? And then did interviews, right? He wasn't really there for his team. You know, like, I feel like anybody who crashes is just there for, you're still there for your team.
Isn't that what kind of Christian Horner is trying to turn him into, though? Like, as if you think about it, like, Red Bull is notoriously, like, fight each other. Whoever wins. It's like, that's kind of like, I think they trained that mentality in him for so long. And it's gotten him wins. So it's like, when he doesn't win, it's like, wait, what the fuck? Like, you know, like, what the fuck? I'm used to, like, winning. We've been so dominant. And now my car is shit today. And it's like a complete flip, right? Because you're, like, being told, we have the best car. You're the best driver. You're always going to get one. You're always going to get P1. You're always going to get P1. And then when the car fucks up, he's just like, bro.
What happened?
Like, what the fuck? Because Lewis is used to his car fucking up at this point. Like, with Mercedes, he's kind of like, you know what?
We're at
whatever.
The end.
This is how it is. I'm not here next year, so fuck it. I'm going to stay with the ride. But Max is, like, in his, like, prime.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not saying that it's excusable, but I'm just saying that it's, like, kind of have to understand the two differences and where they're coming from, I guess. Because it's like, Lewis is, like, you could hear it, like when he said engine shutting off, like he was just like whatever, like he didn't even fucking care, because he was like, I'm still getting a paycheck, I'm gonna still go to fucking Ferrari next year, I don't give a shit about this season. Like, you can kind of tell that's his mentality at this point.
I think he cares. I just don't. I think he's
not as much.
But I think he's just at that max where he just kind of knows that the car isn't.
It isn't where it should be.
Yeah. And I think it's just the fact that Mercedes isn't listening to him for whatever reason. But it's also the fact of, like, sometimes his car, George's car does better than his car. And the question is also why. Why? Because, George has been dominating him for a couple races.
George has been doing pretty fucking good.
Except for fucking Lewis. Choking every time.
Well, compared to Lewis.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just say that. Comparatively to Lewis, he's been doing really good.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, you can't blame him. I also think when it comes to Red Bull, I think the difference is like, I think keeping Max in that same mentality, I feel like it's going to bore Max. I feel like Max is going to get bored because I feel like it's not the same. Like, part of the race is, winning, but it's not as fun if you don't have to fight for the win. Like, I feel like after a long time, you just, like, like, he's just in his normal car driving on a beautiful day, on a rainy day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not having to fight anyone after that first lap. He fights someone for the first couple laps. Once he gets the gap, it's clean air, and he's just feeling the breeze. I feel like it's not as fun. So, I mean, and you also have a teammate who they don't have a great, like, dynamic off camera. So when they do Thursdays, like, you get Charles and you get Carlos, great dynamic. You get, Piastri and Lando, a little bit of a bromance. They're working on it. Great.
Piastri's just kind of awkward. They're both kind of awkward.
Well, okay, so. But I feel like Lando was better with Carlos. That's what I'm saying. I loved their off the grid bromance for Carlos and Lando. I didn't like when they were on the track because they fought each other a lot, and they were like, Carlos. They would always. That was back when Lando was doing pretty good. So I was like, ugh. But the bromance, I love off the camera type of, because you have to see this person, and when you get to the point where when you become Bottas, when he was in, I think 2020 something, before Bottas left, and Lewis, where they are kind of like, fuck you, I'm doing me. Fuck you and your race, because I'm fucking you up. Like that one year where Bottas was like in Russia, where he was
he was like, I don't give a shit.
Right, he was like, either to win this race, you've got to be first or you've got to be third. And so he let Max tow on his outlap to the finish line, which put Max at second and put Lewis at 1, right? And because they had fucked him over 2 years prior in 2019. And 2 years prior, and he took that to heart, and I would too. Like, I would be like, he was in the win, he was winning, and they made him P1, or they made Lewis P1 for the constructors, which wouldn't have mattered because you still have a driver. Just they did it for his driver's championship, not because for the constructors. It doesn't matter who's P1, who's P2. You're still getting points either way, right? So Bottas was like, "Fuck you," and he told the press, like, "I'm gonna do everything in my body to make sure Lewis does not finish P1 today." And I think he got it, because I'm pretty sure he was, I think, P1. I think he won that race, I'm not sure. But like, when you have a dynamic like that where you just don't get along, it causes a lot of issues. Like, I don't think I think
Alpine, the fucking Frenchies that make me want to smack them in the face. We have not been hearing
anything about them.
Yeah, because they've been fucking idiots. Like,
they are at the bottom of the grid.
Yeah, because they can't fucking get along. They're letting a beef that happened 20 years fucking ago. Years ago. They're like, yeah, when we were kids, we had some issues, and just have not resolved them yet.
From there, they're
so it's like, and now they're just fucking whatever.
Yeah, but also, I feel like Checo is also Bottas when he was towards the end, where he's just like, I'm okay being number 2.
Yeah, because, I mean, like, he's keeping his spot. He's making fucking millions of dollars a year. He's in the top team right now. I mean, like, shit, he's chilling. I mean, I do wish there was someone fighting Max more consistently.
We collectively, as the Sunday
Everybody
Struggle
who's
podcast,
watching fucking F1 right now is like, okay, like, literally all the comments on the highlights and everything, they're all just like, oh, yay, Max race. Okay, I don't need to watch this one. Okay, don't need to watch this one, because it's literally.
I feel like you still watch it because you don't.
It's not as fun.
Well, I think it is as fun because we're just got to the point.
Look at the bottom of the grid. You look at the middle of the grid.
Yeah, because you're following. But I think that's just as fun when you're watching, because you just don't give a shit about Max. So we're not watching P1. We're watching whoever's in P2, P3, P4. In that area. Yeah, we're also watching the middle of the grid.
I want people to be like. I want crazy people to be P1. I want fucking Yuki to get a P1 just for no reason. Okay, watch it. Watch it, Japan. He's gonna fucking do it in Japan.
Did you see all of those people dressed and ready for Yuki? Did you see their anime? So when they go to Japan, they typically have a poster.
Okay.
Last year's, I think, posters sometimes were better. This year, a lot of them did not do anime characters. I'm like, you cannot go to Japan and not do animated characters for your poster. What are you doing?
Hold on, I gotta look this up.
It's cute. Like, Yuki has his own poster. Like, Yuki's on the front of the poster for AlphaTauri.
Well, like, he's the only fucking Japanese driver. It's the same as, like, what's the Chinese driver? Joe, yeah. Same with Joe. I mean, when he goes to fucking China, I'm sure they're like, oh my God.
Yeah,
but
there's like...
And then they go to the UK.
They have like giant like Visa cards with Yuki's name on it, signed by him. It's like these little kids are dressed
because they have a lot of pride. It's like, it's like...
It's cute. I love to see it.
That's why I like Yuki, okay? I like Yuki, okay? I think he's funny. I think he's childish, which is whatever, but I think he's funny. He's a character. But I also think him and Gasly was cute. I miss their little bromance when it was Pierre Gasly and Yuki.
Yeah.
They were so cute together.
I miss it.
It's like they were so stupid off the grid.
Oh my gosh.
It was cute.
I'll have to show you the posters afterwards. But yeah. So I mean, last week it was good. I feel like there's always something new every week with Formula One. We'll see.
Yeah, we can start to wrap it up because it's already been 35 minutes.
That'll do. Like, we'll see what this week holds, if there's anything good with this week's, which we never know.
If Yuki wins the Japanese Grand Prix, y'all owe me collectively $1. Every single person who watches this, which we only get like a few views. So.
If Lando wins P1, not in Japan, I think Lando will not win in the Japanese Grand Prix. But
Yuki wins. I'm calling it now.
Okay.
The power of Japan.
I'm going.
The anime
This is
gods.
our because we hadn't watched it. This is our pre-announcement. I'm thinking Charles is winning the Japanese.
Okay, if you want me to do my serious.
Yeah.
What was the who?
Well, I don't know because we didn't watch qualifying, so we're going in blind with no information.
Okay, we're just gonna do blind.
No I have nothing but I don't know who booked where in the qualifying.
Who do I think is gonna win?
Yeah, I say Charles. Okay, let's do our lineup. P1, P2, P3. I'm going realistically what we want versus
what we want versus what is going to happen.
What is going to happen?
What's going to happen, Max?
Max. I feel like it's going to be Max, Charles.
Max Sainz.
Okay, you think it's going to be Max?
Max Sainz, Checo, Charles, Lando, Piastri, George.
Ooh, don't like the lineup.
Maybe. That's like kind of
okay,
what I'm going, think, but that's kind of
I'm going
still.
Max, right?
Max.
I'm going Max, Leclerc, Lando, Sainz.
You got a lot of faith in Lando.
I have a lot of faith in Lando. Lando can do P3.
Lando can be
Checo.
P1.
He can.
I want him to.
He was doing so well. Bad. I know. I want him to win so bad. So mine's Max, Charles, Lando, Piastri. No. Sorry. Max, Charles, Lando, Carlos, Piastri, Checo.
Okay. No George.
Nah. George
you don't
is
think
mid-grid.
George? I mean, George has been doing pretty decent. Okay.
Nah. George and Lewis have been in the mid-grid. I'm not worried about him.
What we want to see.
What I want
Lando
to see.
first.
Yeah. Realistically, I think
Charles second.
Yeah.
Fucking who? Third. Yuki third. Woo, Yuki. Come on, please. Just because it's in Japan, we got to give Yuki
I think what I want probably is Lando, just not in this race. So I'm going to say Charles. Lando.
Yeah, I would actually give Charles this one.
Yeah, Charles. I want it to be Charles, Lando.
Yuki.
No. Yuki. I want it to actually probably be Piastri.
Yeah, we don't see Piastri in like top 3 much.
Maybe except for once.
Yeah.
Piastri, let's give that. He's pretty good. Him and Lando fight a little. It's a little bit of a. I like that.
So we see Lando.
It's Charles.
No,
it's Charles Lando.
Oh yeah, Charles Lando, Piastri. Where the fuck is Max?
I don't like him. Well, it's what we want.
You don't like Piastri?
No, I mean I don't like him at our 3rd spot. I think that's a bad draft.
So
right there.
Lando 1, Piastri 2.
No, Charles 1. It's Charles 1, Lando 2.
Okay, but you said you don't like Piastri 3.
And that 3rd
Sainz
spot.
3.
I like that.
Okay, so Sainz 3, Piastri 4.
Yeah, that's a good
Lewis
spot.
5.
Lewis,
we're hoping.
We're lucky.
We're hoping.
Fingers and toes crossed.
I would love to see Lewis up there.
I would too. I would love to see Lewis in the top 3, but his car is not doing it.
Liam lost. Sargent won. Just completely flipped the grid around.
You know what? I would love to see Sargent in front of Albon. I would love for him to come back after not being in that race to be like, fuck you for for taking
What if
my
Sargent
car.
just got like fifth? Like just a crazy position.
You know, like I hope Sargent's in the top 10.
But no hate to Alex though.
Yeah, it's no hate to Alex.
He didn't make that call.
He didn't. But you did crash the car though. So I mean it is
okay, but
50-50.
like that shit happens.
It does.
It does.
But I mean, like, I feel like that doesn't mean like you get to take someone's car.
No, but again, it wasn't his decision.
It was not.
So
but
I love Alex.
I love Alex.
He seems like a
nice.
cool guy.
Right, but
Humble beginnings.
I like Logan. I'm Logan v. Alex. I think Logan.
I'm Liam Lawson.
Same.
He comes
baby,
back.
I want him to come back so bad.
I don't want to say take Danny.
I'm saying
out,
take Danny.
But yeah.
Take Danny. Take Danny.
It's unfortunate, bro. I like Danny.
I love
whatever that other comment that said he's pretentious. It doesn't matter. I like Danny.
I love Danny.
I don't care if. But the thing is, you know what? We don't know these people in real life, so we can just take what we think, what we think they are.
Opinion.
Yeah. So it doesn't even matter at the end of the day, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, it's 40 minutes long again. So let's wrap it up.
That was our Formula 1 episodes. Give us your recommendations, not recommendations. Give us your
what do you think is gonna happen?
Comment on anything we've said. Agree, disagree. Let's get some hot takes.
Yeah,
we can react to some hot takes. Give us some Formula 1 hot takes.
Yeah, we'll see if anybody comments. Honestly, we don't get that many views on YouTube. That's the only sad thing. I mean, we're getting more subscribers now because of the shorts and everything. So maybe we'll get some more views.
Maybe we'll post it. We'll post a thing like give us your Formula 1 hot takes.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's what we could do
on our Instagrams and just take notes of who
you'll
says
have
what.
To post it on Instagram.
Yes, I'll post it. My bad. Yeah, or like just give us.
Or we could just literally make like a short video saying, hey, give us some hot takes on Formula 1 or whatever. So
I can make a thing. You can like make a little post where people can type in it.
Oh, okay.
And it'll save it. And I'll
save them.
Yeah,
okay.
So I'll do one of those. Maybe I'll do 2 separate ones, just general hot takes and then Formula 1 hot takes. So that way we have two sets of videos. Okay. We're planning over here. Yeah. Well, thanks.
All right.
Comment down below. Give us your agreements, disagreements. We'll see you on the next one. We love you. Thanks for watching the Sunday Snuggle podcast.
Okay, bye. Okay.
We should do the Formula 1 entrance or the theme song.
I don't know what it is.
Me either. Isn't that what it is? Something like that.
It's is that weird like like a car going. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys.
Bye.
Goodbye.